Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the BAM Sports Show. It is August 9th. We are joined tonight with one of our special guests, Iowa Sox, Ryan. Welcome. I'm also joined tonight, as typical, with Ryan and
Yo.
Teen Titans or Southside Sox Rob, whatever identity he's
Teen
claiming
Titans
today,
go.
is also with us. Ryan, welcome, my friend.
No, thanks for having me, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
So we had you mostly on because you went to the Field of Dreams game last year, and that game is coming up on Thursday. But let's kind of shoot the shit for a couple minutes. We got some NFL news to kind of shit about. Yeah, all that fun stuff. Anyone got anything hot?
You want
Anything
to get
spicy?
an NFL news before we get into the fucking Field of Dreams?
Well, I don't want to go into the Roquan Smith thing because we're gonna fucking beat that horse until it's dead.
Oof.
So, and I know it's late for Ryan. So, any other NFL news that's not gonna require a dead horse?
NFL news? I don't have anything right now.
NFL, no.
I
What
have
about sports?
also been just COVID brained for the last day.
You know what? I'm gonna take 2 seconds, and Ryan, I applaud you, bro, because COVID, not feeling good, and you're still here on the show tonight. That's fantastic.
I'm a
Special
thanks
to
fucking
that.
warrior or an idiot.
You
He's
are.
probably an idiot.
No,
Rob, we're
call
not
you a
sure
warrior.
if he's gonna get drunk and fall asleep. You're pushing through Corona. It's
I,
fine.
I,
We've got two separate
I-
issues on this
I-
show.
We're surprised
I
that
was
Rob's
just
even
ta-
here.
I was talking to Ryan before the show. I'm like, dude, man, I'm getting tired, bro. Like, we were watching the post-game show of the White Sox. And I'm like, dude, this is usually when we fall asleep, man.
Yep.
So, yeah, you got both of us tonight.
Craziest baseball news right now that I've seen outside of the Jason Hayward news, which we can get into later. Zach Neto, just drafted this year, 2022, played 7 games for the Angels in high A. It's just skipped low A, went straight to high A, 7 games. Angels saw enough, and now he is already up in double A Rocket City trash panda.
Ryan, you know what I say to that?
Yeah.
That's neato.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it.
All right, so we've got, I would say, a big game on Thursday.
It's like
the
a
league is
minor
kicking themselves
league.
in the ass.
Minor league game.
It's about a double A versus double A.
Yeah. So, Ryan, you were there last year. I know because it was White Sox Yankees? White Sox?
Correct.
Yes. He knows damn well what
So-
team it was. Don't act like he don't know.
Hey, just got to keep you on your toes, baby. So, walk us
How
through a little
was
bit
it?
about how was it? How was getting tickets?
Well,
how
hold
was...
on. Yeah. Start back. How hard was it to get tickets to this event, anyways? Actually, you living in Iowa, so I just want to get like the people who are listening to us. You're actually from Iowa, so how hard was it to get tickets to this event?
It was extremely hard, actually. They sent out a raffle for all Iowa residents, like right when they announced the game date, all that. I had everyone in my family use my address. I had coworkers use my address. I had friends. I probably had like 70 entries in this, and none of them won. I then started going to Twitter and seeing if anybody won the raffle to see if they wanted to sell their tickets. And of course, the price gougers came out, and
Mm.
Always.
they wanted to sell me 2 tickets that face value of them were like $350, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted those for like $2,000 each, and I shot those down. I really wanted to go. Like before COVID, they actually announced this was going to happen before COVID.
Yeah.
So and like all my friends out here, knowing I was a White Sox fan, were like, "Oh man, you have to go, you have to go, you have to go." So like I was geeked about this for 3-4 years maybe,
Yeah.
and then I got on Twitter and like kept asking people, "Hey, who has tickets? Who has access?" And then a White Sox season ticket holder and DM'd me and said, "Hey, I can't go. Like, if you want these tickets, I'll give them to you." And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, as long as you're selling them for like face, like, I'll take both of them." And he goes, "Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna be like that. Like, I just won the raffle. Here you go." And I got I got the 2 tickets for like $700, and
That's an awesome.
That's
deal.
an awesome story too.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I got super lucky because I have a lot of friends out here that weren't as lucky, that were trying just to go to the game for the experience, but just using I guess connections that I had, all avenues, I was able to score 2 tickets. They weren't, I mean, $350 for a ticket's not cheap, but it's kind of
not, but it's once in a lifetime thing. You know,
Right.
it's like it was the first time it was at the Field of Dreams, who the White Sox were in the movie. That's what it's based on. So, like, I mean, especially the outcome. Well, we'll get into that later. But like I said, I was looking. I was trying to get tickets, and the most I would spend was $400 on a ticket. Now, me coming from Indiana, I mean, it was harder because obviously I know you guys had the raffle first, Iowa, and then it went to season tickets. My chances were slim to none. But I'm glad you got to go, and that's why we had you.
Oh,
on
you
the
were
show,
getting
like, to
gouged
talk
for
about.
sure, homie.
Yeah. It was just it was out of my reach.
Let me put this in perspective. This year I entered the raffle again and had friends around do it because they're like, "Oh, Ryan, go back again." My goal this year was not to go watch the Cubs and Reds. My goal was to go sell those for 10 grand each to Cub fans that would buy the.
And some
There you
dipshit would pay for it. Unfortunately,
Somebody would pay that, actually. Yeah.
So
If I had the
I
money,
mean,
I would.
I don't like the Cubs, but I tell you what, they have a good crowd, and they're nationwide.
Those jerseys
And they will
are
pay.
sick too.
Yeah,
I
they
want
are.
one of those so bad. How
Well, like-
far from Dyersville are you?
yeah. That was
So
gonna be
so
my-
was ours jerseys though, and I wish we wore those more than the ones we have on now. I mean, the 83s. But-
I'm about an hour west of Dyersville.
Okay.
I'm in Cedar.
You're in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got family in Dubuque.
Okay.
We
yeah.
go. My wife
You're-
and I. So we do disc dog. We play in Makokata every year.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Dubuque's like
It's like about an hour from me, right?
Makokata to Dubuque. Yeah, hour and a half. It's right up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I see that there's the capacity for that stadium is 8,000 seats. Like, how is it going to a Major League Baseball game with professional teams during the season with just 8,000 people?
Normal for a White Sox fan.
Well, yeah, I mean, true.
Let them get their shit in.
Honestly, I don't think they were prepared for that many people. Parking was a mess to just start. There's one road, you can access it from the west or the east, and they have MLB security checking everybody's ticket probably like 2 miles outside of the stadium,
Oh, wow.
or like the movie site. So you're waiting in lines on county gravel roads to try and get into the stadium. They didn't expect that people were going to be up there. I think they opened the gates like 4:00. I got there at like noon. They didn't expect people. They didn't expect people to be this amped about it, and I was lucky enough to get there and kind of weasel my way through the security. But other people were waiting in line for like a good 3 hours trying to find a parking spot.
That's wild.
Just because-
So you got in there early. Hold on. You got in there early. Did you get to meet anybody? How was it? Like, I saw them, like, they were there early, bright and early, taking pictures. How was the experience? Did you get to go see the house? Do they have
Um,
a store? I never been there.
No, well, like we got there early and we actually had like a little bit of a tailgate out in the lots.
Sick.
Okay.
I was actually with one Nakata's like family.
That's awesome.
So that was cool. Like I was hanging out with his kids and we were just playing catch and doing all that. And then like I think the gates, I want to say they opened at like 3 o'clock, and we went in. But again, I don't think they were prepared for that many people to go in right away. There were some like beer stands. They had a bunch of events around like the movie site field. They had souvenir shops, but like for the souvenir shops, I think they were packed from the time they opened. Like people were just waiting there.
Oh, I
And
bet.
every
Yeah.
time I tried to get in line, like I would sit there for a little bit and then I would just leave because I wanted to go see something else.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I wasn't able to
Yeah.
get any souvenirs from that game
Yeah.
other than the program they handed when you scanned your ticket in, because I wanted to watch the game and go see other stuff.
Oh,
Like-
100%. Yeah.
T-shirt was not worth 2 hours of my time. Like
Yeah.
So I
Go
got a
ahead.
couple of comments on there. So one, Rob, it blows my mind that you've never been there, dude. Like
I haven't. Yeah.
it's like
no, I
5.5
haven't.
hours from you. Get there.
Yeah, I know. I do want to see it.
So I went when I was a kid. I saw the movie when I was a kid, obviously. Went when I was a kid, played on the
Yeah.
field, all that fun stuff. And then when my wife and I got married, it was August 31st, so Labor Day weekend. The Cubs were playing in Milwaukee, so we drove up that way, hit Field of Dreams with my father-in-law, his girlfriend, and her brothers. Saw that. So I'm sure it's changed. I mean, that was in 2018, so I'm sure it's changed drastically from like your experience, Ryan. But I hear you saying, they just kind of had like the souvenir shops. Like if I'm picturing correctly what I saw when I was there, there's no way. Like I would have expected like a tent being set up, almost like they do at like concerts. Like set up a tent, set up tables, shit like that. Like it sounds like they lost money because of it.
yeah, it was weird. It's like I could only compare it to like Sox games, but like the little trailers they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
had, They had like one of those in left field and maybe two right by like the house, and they were just packed to the gills. And the thing is with the ones by the house, once you go into like the actual MLB field, you're not going to go walk all that way just to go sit out there because you're
Right.
so far from the stadium. They only had the one in left field, and I tried going down there like 2 or 3 times just to check and see like, oh hey, line's dead, like I'm going to go in. But there was hundreds of people every single time I checked. So
That's crazy.
I hopefully like this year they figured it out and like, hey, we need more souvenir shops, and so people can actually like spend more money and get the experience they want.
Now, did your ticket include like a I don't know if they did tours of the house, but like did it include anything, or was it just like, hey, you can access the grounds, see what
Right.
you can see, and you can access the game?
That's what it was. You get to access the grounds. The house was like off limits. Like you could sit on the outside of it, but
Hmm.
no going in, anything like that. The field was fully accessible. They had like the ghost players like out there.
That's
Oh,
for
okay.
all that stuff. There was
Plus, go ahead.
you walk through to get to the MLB field. You have to walk through the corn
Mhm.
in center field of the movie site. So that's kind of cool.
That's
Like,
pretty special.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, actually.
you walk through about like 10 yards of corn, and you get out there, and then like they have like the music from the movie playing like right when you get
Yeah.
out there, speakers. So it was that was kind of like I just kind of got goosebumps thinking about it again.
I was like goosebumps, right? Yeah.
Dude, I have to admit, man, Ryan, Blake, I don't know if you guys watched it. I mean, man, like watching Kevin Costner come out, dude. So I was sitting there. I went to my mom's house, and we had all the family. We were watching it. I mean, it was a big thing to us. It's like me, like we love that movie. It's based on this
Mhm.
White Sox, and it was like just a big thing. Like we all had to be together. We had to all watch it. So once we saw Kevin Costner come out, man, and like him just look around, it was like, holy fuck, man! I had chills. Like I honestly had goosebumps. Like, dude, this is crazy.
It
Ryan,
was wonderful to
you're-
watch.
Yes, yes. Just the whole like opening ceremony, like whatever. Ryan, you were there, like just take me back to that moment, man. Like that. I'm so excited to have you on this show because I'm trying to live through you because you went to the game. So I'm trying to like, and then you
No.
got like Blake and Ryan they got the Cubs game coming up, so they want to know too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no.
here's the job. I'm debating turning back on my live cable on Thursday to watch the Cubs and Reds Field of Dreams game. Sell me on why I should do it now and not right before NFL season starts.
Okay, well, like the Kevin Costner, that was like you said, Robert. Like it was goosebumps the whole time because everybody's in their seats. There's not a person outside because we're like 15 minutes from first pitch. There's not a person like walking around. Like everybody's in their seats, and then like the music plays. The lights kind of dim a little bit, and like that, it kind of got everybody going. Like, all right, what's gonna happen? And everybody's just looking around, not knowing. Like the video screens didn't show anything, and all of a sudden, like this little like gate opens in the outfield, and you see him walk through, and I really don't know how to explain it other than like what you guys saw on TV. Like it was just goosebumps and like, wow, this is sweet. And then like as he's like walking towards like the infield, all you see is like the players. Like you just start seeing like legs come out from the bottom, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, this is super sweet. Like because I mean, I'm sure everybody there has seen the movie or knew about it, and if you didn't,
Mhm.
you just spent a lot of money for.
Yeah.
But like, it was super cool when they all just started walking out and like looking around, and like it kind of made it seem like the movie, how like when the players first walked out in the movie and we're like, oh man, is this heaven? Like, what is
Yeah.
this place? Like
Yeah.
they all played it off like that, and that's what made it really cool for the entry.
Yeah, it kind of like, I mean, obviously it's a baseball game, but it kind of made it feel like it's a Field of Dreams sequel. You know, like it was like a part two of a movie. That's how it opened up, and just the ending, just how the game went and the ending, and
Go ahead,
Yeah.
get it out of your system. Let's
fuck,
talk
man, I'm
about
just
how
so
it ended.
excited. That's probably like our highlight of the fucking season, man. It was.
It was a hell of a
but
game.
I do have to ask. I heard rumors. I looked at pictures, but before he died, and I don't want to say his last name right. Ray Liotta, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was he there? I heard he was in attendance, but he wasn't on the video and stuff. But I heard he was actually like before pregame, he was there. So I just want to know, was he there, or anybody else from the movie?
no. Like, well, pregame, that was like what was cool about it too, because there were so limited people. Like I got a picture with Len Casper and DJ. I got a picture with Ron Kittle.
Don't
Yeah.
salute that, Ryan.
I
Who left
like
us?
Lynn Casper.
Thank you, Ryan.
I saw like like Frank Thomas, David Ortiz, and Alex Rodriguez like rode by on like a gator right
Mhm.
past me to the booth.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like yes, there was high security, but like the celebrities there didn't care because they were all feeling the same way we all were. Like, this is sweet, this is cool.
Mhm.
Like I saw Nerko walking around just
Just
aimlessly.
normal.
Yeah, just normal, just like a normal fan. So
Yeah.
that kind of made it cool too. Is like everybody was there just for the baseball game, and like nobody was like too big time
Yeah.
for.
So more of
Any-
an experience.
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. So now what I'd be really curious in, Ryan, in like a week or two is having you on and having a Cubs fan on that was just at the game and seeing if they had some of the same, I don't want to call them gripes, but same, I guess, disappointments. Like that would, I'm going to be honest, that would disappoint me. Like if I spend all that money to go to this first, because there's never going to be another first, right? Like there's never
Yeah.
It was the very first one. You were able to go. You were able to watch your team, let alone like even if you grew up a movie or a fan of the movie or a fan of the team, to have both at the same time and be the first, like that's fantastic. And I think I would feel really disappointed that I don't have the opportunity to buy a shirt, something. Like take my money so I have something to remember. Like I look behind you and I see all this shit on your wall. I can fully imagine you buying a shirt there, going home and pinning that shit on your wall and
Or
never
something,
wearing
Field
it.
of Dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I get it.
Well, the other thing that was kind of cool about it was 50-50 White Sox Yankees fans.
Oh yeah.
Like what I expected this one is going to be. Iowa's a big Cubs state.
Oh,
Mhm.
We have the Iowa Cubs out of Des Moines
Yeah.
and all. I feel like
Also in Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like the banter, because I mean we could go into the game a little bit more, but like the banter between Yankees fans and White Sox fans, it was split down the middle depending on who had the momentum going. Like when Liam gave up those home runs in the ninth, all you heard was "Let's go Yankees," and like all the Yankees fans were just standing. White Sox fans had their hands on their head, just like, all right, man, this sucks. Like we just got embarrassed on national TV again.
Yeah. Ryan, me and you know out of everything, dude. So when that happens, here I go, man. Fucking pop up Twitter, and you know how this is. You know how this ends for us. You know, we look at it. It's like, fuck, dude, we're done. And obviously the ending, how it ended. You know what? Like you just said, hey man, like I'd be okay with bringing a Cubs fan on, but my thing on this is like, okay, the movie's based on the White Sox, like. Okay, the White Sox won. I think the White Sox should be in it again, and I think it should be a White Sox thing. Nothing against the Cubs or anything, but it's like the Cubs were rebuilding. You have the Cincinnati Cubs. You couldn't pick up a better team.
Oh, I don't disagree. It is the
I'm not saying
absolute two worst fucking teams
why? It's like,
for a national audience. And
Yeah.
I don't disagree with your comment about the Whites. Like I think one of the because it was the White Sox and who in the movie? I can't remember.
It was the Reds, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess in theory I could see how they every year, like this year the White Sox, next year the Reds, this year the White Sox, and they bounce it around. And if that's what they end up doing, I'm okay with it until we have to see the fucking St. Louis Cardinals in this goddamn game.
Right. But I was talking to a buddy. I think that'll happen here probably if they have one again next year. Like the Cardinals will be the next team. Or like it'd probably be like the Cardinals and Twins getting the teams. Because I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but
See, well then at that point I don't like it anymore.
See, but here,
I think I agree with Rob, where you need to throw back to the original team. So like make it the White Sox and their opponent, and the Reds and their opponent. So 1 year AL, 1 year NL, whatever, however you want to do it. But I think if you start bringing in like random teams, like St. Louis and Minnesota kind of makes sense, right? Because it's kind of like a neutral ground. It's kind of the middle point. But like you can't start bringing in like the Mariners versus the Astros or any other teams like that.
I'm more thinking because in Iowa we're blacked out from like 7 teams. Every state that touches,
and that's
like
fucking stupid. Yeah.
you're blacked out from. So I think you could hit the Cardinals, you could hit the Royals, the Twins, Brewers, like those teams that touch the state of Iowa. Those will be successful in some way because depending on your cable package, you're still going to go be able to see the team that you root for. Yeah. So that's why the Cubs will have a good turnout this year, but like there won't be Reds fans there, I'm sure, because I don't think I know one Reds fan outside of Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when they had this plan, they already know the team. MLB has their team ready for next year. We won't know, but we'll find out probably come Thursday when they play. Yeah. Like we'll know the next year's game. And I think when they actually picked the Cubs, I mean nobody expected they all be gone. Like the core would all be gone. So they thought this was going to happen.
Well, it was after the deadline, wasn't it?
They announced
but I guess it was
this
planned
was agreement.
Before that.
This was planned way before, this
Yeah,
was like a few years ago. Like Ryan said, this was Sox had this plan, and then they stopped because like the COVID, and they postponed. I don't know if it was a year or two, and then it finally happened. So this was like in the works for a year, maybe two, And then they had
Yeah.
this in there. Now, coming from a White Sox fan, and I'm not being biased, but this is a White Sox thing. Now, if you want to keep it on the White Sox, do it who won the game. So if the White Sox the White Sox won the game, so then
But
have
then
them in there
they should
next
put the
year.
Reds in last year.
Oh yeah. I would have been okay with that. So the Yankees,
Yeah, but now
it was,
you can't be like, well, the White Sox won game one.
yeah.
Fuck you, Cincy. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to school in Cincinnati. I agree with you, Ryan. I don't think there's going to be a massive showing of Reds fans at this game in Dyersville, Iowa, right? Like, I went to my first Reds game on a Friday night in Cincinnati. I had $10 in my pocket. I bought a ticket, a bag of peanuts, and a bottle of water. And I left, I think, with probably $1 in my pocket. We went that next Wednesday. I think it was like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday or series. The Cubs were in town. Me and my buddy Jay went to the game. We went to the exact same ticket agent to buy the exact same thing. That same ticket was like $27. And I was like,
Yeah.
hold on, I was just here on Friday night, and I got in and got peanuts and a bottle of water for less than $10. And she was like, no, Cubs are in town. Cubs fans travel, and it doesn't matter the time. It doesn't matter the time of the day. You turn on a Cubs game, they could be in the middle of fucking Arizona or Miami. You're gonna have Cubs fans. It's stupid. So they travel. So I agree with you. I think you're gonna see an overwhelming number of Cubs fans at this.
Another question I got is, I don't see this game ever being topped as the first one. And like, I'm not being biased, but when you walk off a home run like that,
No.
a game like that, I don't think you can ever top a game like that. So it's like with that game, how it ending, then now you're bringing two AA teams in. It's
Rob's saying let's cancel it. Cancel it.
I'm
Cancel
not
it.
saying cancel because you know what? I'm not a Cubs fan. I'm not a Cincinnati fan. I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be played there. So of course I'm gonna fucking watch it because I love baseball. But I just don't think, like the hype was so big for the first game. How it ended, it's like I don't think it'll ever get topped. I really don't.
Well, like the thing is too, I don't think like we're not gonna have another Kevin Costner thing. You can't
No.
replay.
Right.
So, like the hype from the beginning to the end. Like I had friends out here that never watched baseball before, but this was like one of the first baseball games they watched because they've been to the Field of Dreams,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that was like one of the coolest ever. Like they forgot they were watching a baseball game at certain points, like because of the Kevin Costner stuff, like the
Yeah.
interviews. I don't think you can match that because I don't think Kevin Costner's gonna be like, oh no, I don't need to see it again. I already did it.
Yeah.
Type. But who knows? Maybe he will, and people are gonna pay money to keep coming to this game, I guess. So.
I mean,
Well, it'll be interesting. We'll know Thursday, right? Like it's either going to be a different new experience every year,
Mhm.
or it's going to be the same old drum that the MLB beats until the money stops coming.
So I don't know if they're even going to have one in 2023. Have they announced that yet?
No.
no,
I was.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I was there 2 Sundays ago. We just went. We were in the area and we went and checked out the field. And one of the event coordinators there said that nothing's been signed yet for that because they're starting their construction for the little league fields that Frank
Mhm.
Thomas bought. They're going to
Yeah.
be starting once this game's over. They're just starting to go to work on that, and that's their plan. So they don't even know going into 2023 where they'll be at.
Heard it here
'Cause
first,
they're-
folks.
Yeah.
And all
Breaking news, I guess.
So hear me out. What if in 2023 we don't have a Field of Dreams? We have
The London game.
That's what I was going to get at.
the
Is
what game?
the Cubs and
Where's it
Cardinals
at?
are playing a series in London next year.
Yeah. London
Oh.
game.
Yeah, but that's not where I was going.
Oh, I thought that's where you were getting. Sorry.
But that's what
if
I'm
we did a
getting at.
Sandlot?
Yeah. Okay.
Sandlot
I've
would
heard
be
that.
sick.
I've heard that. I've heard there's a field. Was it Doubleday Field in New York? Was just
I did hear that.
renovated. I've
I
heard
did hear that.
and and it's going to be like a Negro League game or a Negro League throwback with uniforms and stuff like that. I've heard that.
Like Kansas City Monarchs and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. Gotta bring the Dodgers back, right? At some point in the game.
Yep.
well,
What if it was like
I'm talking about if it's a Sandlot game, you bring the Dodgers back.
Or yeah.
like the Dodgers and Giants back in like Brooklyn in New York.
And that game would be good too, like because they travel well too. Dodgers, Giants fans, they travel well, and I'm excited.
Sounds that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna get at though, is like it feels like they might be going that kind of a route where, they had the Field of Dreams last year. They didn't want it to just be a one-time sunk cost, but they couldn't. They also knew that they weren't able to do the London games this year. Well, now that we've got the London series next year, Cubs and Cards, that's where I was getting at with the 2023 Field of Dreams. I don't think that.
Well, they do the Little League World Series too. They have that stadium out there that they've done. What is it? 3 years in a row now.
Yeah.
Like I haven't heard anything about if there's teams doing that again this year. Maybe they're done with that. Maybe it's like a 3-year contract and on to the next one.
Yeah, who
it
knows?
Could be all hush hush. I mean, you might not know anything, and then we watch the game Thursday night, and boom, they're telling, hey, we got 2 teams. But I also can see Ryan, his point of view. There's games in London. Maybe take a year off, and then go back to it. Because it can burn people out. I mean, with last year's game was so good. You got this game, like we're hoping it turns out somewhat good.
I think it will.
I think it will too. The ratings should be.
It'll
good.
be
The
entertaining.
game should be. It will.
It's going to be a different thing. It's not going to be. It's not going to be like the chills moment that it was last year, but it'll be a fun game. I mean, both teams are not doing great, but you've got personalities on both teams that will be.
Breaking news real quick, Ryan. News real quick. So the MLB has announced that with your ticket to the Field of Dreams baseball game, you will also be allowed to watch a semi-amateur MMA fight sponsored by the NFA, Nemesis Fighting Alliance. Also in this move, the Cubs have re-signed Javier Baez, and the Reds have signed Amir Garrett. Sorry, continue.
If only. Get a little boxing
you
match.
You had me at first, dude. I'm like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I mean, they've got 2, outstanding personalities that they'll have mic'd up on each team. We got Votto and Happ. And so I think that'll add some entertainment. Ian Happ is always a good listen. He's pretty funny, he's personable, and Votto is Votto.
Yeah.
I think bringing back juice balls for this game though too.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a plethora of home runs again, just to make it interesting and have people watch.
That's what they need. They need that.
Yeah, it would have been great in 2018 when we were fucking juiced for it.
It'd be good for the White Sox.
So I got a question here, or I guess a note on the YouTube channel. It says, at the rate baseball is going, they need as many gimmick games or series as possible.
I agree.
So I guess, Ryan, that kind of goes back to what you were saying about London, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
London this year, which I think they're late to the boat though with London. I mean, NFL's there.
They are, and they're
kind of
following up with what NFL did, and they're going the same kind of route where they're doing London, and then I think there's a Germany game, or there was a Germany game at some point.
It was in the talks.
Yeah, and then I know that there's plans to try to have an MLB game in the Asian market and maybe even Australia.
Australia would be cool.
I think it'd be a cool
scorpion.
preseason.
Or a koala bear jumps out to fight you.
I think it'd be a really cool preseason game if you got MLB players to go over to Australia and play cricket. And then you have an MLB game.
So, Ryan, I apologize. We get off on these tangents. I know it's late for you. So if you need to jump off, my friend, just jump off at any time. I know it's late for you. So
it's late for him. We're all in the same area code.
So we want to get back to this game.
No,
So
it's midnight for him, fools.
We didn't even talk
Oh.
about like. So tell us the in-game experience. Like, okay, the game starts. Damn, I can't go back to it. Jose Abreu homered in the first, right? Didn't he?
Dude, I
think in the-
can't. He hit a home run.
I just remember the first, and then we fucking. I think we went back and forth, back and forth. Then we gave up 4 in the fucking ninth. I do remember that, and then we came back with 2 in the end, and that's how we won the game, I believe. So tell us, like, from the experience, like through the game, how it started, and then obviously we know the finish, but how the fuck was it exciting being there and knowing that, dude, Tim Anderson just fucking walked it off and fucking fireworks are going off, and dude, yeah, it's just like a Cinderella story.
Like honestly, I don't even really remember the first like 8 innings. Like the 9th inning was so electric. Like
Yeah.
I know Jose hit a home run, but like like I think Eloy hit a home run too.
He did.
Except-
Yeah.
Zavala hit one, I think. No, maybe.
I'm
No.
not sure if he hit one.
But like I remember like details like
Yeah,
that.
no, you're right. You're right. Zavala did hit one in that game because Lewis Robert was on either first or second base when he hit it. So you're right. Zavala did hit one.
But like the main thing that I remember was like having the lead going to the 9th, and like Liam Hendricks came out, like all the Sox fans around, like because I was lucky enough to be like sitting around a lot of Sox fans, so we were all like cheering. Like it was almost like the Yankee fans paid all the money to sit on
Close.
the right field line for the
Oh
dugout.
yeah.
And then Liam gave up those home runs, and like the wind in the sails just like went away, and we were just all sitting there. And then Zavala got that walk in the bottom of the 9th, and like Timmy came up, and we were just all kind of sitting there. We were all looking around. We're like kind of joking about it, like Timmy walk off. And then sure enough, like
Boom.
like the thing was like in an MLB stadium, like when somebody like hits a fucking ball and it's gone, everybody knows it's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
From the angle we were at when he hit, I didn't know if he flew out to right field or that it was gone. So like I had to wait to see it like hit the corn.
Yeah.
Like everybody else was cheering and like taking more bat flips, and I was just like, I don't know, man. That doesn't look like he got all of it.
I have a
But-
quick question for you, Ryan. Are you currently in the Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
We can hear the crickets going.
I'm sitting. Cricket.
That's
Just.
how close he is.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
No,
We've-
you're good.
we
You're
were
good, dude.
just joking about it.
Did you see
No, I-
Rob's face when you were going through that, though? I couldn't tell who was happier, Leo at Christmas or Rob listening to your indentation of the end of that baseball game.
Listen,
Yeah.
coming from
He's
Sox
still
fans,
cheesing, dude.
I am. I'm just so excited. This was something I look forward to because you're not there, so you want to kind of live it through somebody else that got the opportunity to be there.
Well,
So which is pretty cool. And as a Sox fan, like, and I could be wrong. I don't have the stats up in front of me, but I think I remember the 9th inning. There was 2 home runs hit. I think it was by Judge and Stanton. I think they both hit it, and
Yep.
they both had guys on base. We gave up 4 fucking runs. So then, as a Sox fan, you're like, we're fucked. Like, yeah, we just blew this game in an old-fashioned White Sox way. Like you hope for like the best,
Sox
but then
gonna
you're like,
Sox.
Sox gonna Sox. So then, like, yeah, once Tim Anderson got up, you're like, and I said it too. Like, we're sitting down, we're hoping, like, all sit together, like, dude, what if TA fucking wins this? Like, TA, out of all the guys who throws a bat, fucking has his, his shit talking, and fucking hits this off. Boom, right away, boom, he hits it.
well,
So, yeah,
like if you watch like the replays of that, and like when they like pan out to like the whole field and whatnot,
Yeah.
if you just look at how many people were leaving, like at the start of the bottom of the 9th.
Oh, really?
Wow.
A lot
I'm gonna rewatch this game now just to do that.
A lot of people were leaving, and I got asked this question the other day about like, hey, were you able to go in the corn and like find that ball if you were out there? And my answer was no, because the people that were out in that area were like walking to the like heading home and trying to get to the parking lot. So they didn't even know what happened. Like
wow.
40 of those
Holy
people,
shit.
as we left the stadium, I met multiple people that were like at the actual like the movie site field, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we didn't see it. We were out here." Like, and then we just stopped because we found out that he had a walk-off home run and all the fireworks went off.
Yeah.
Like people were actually leaving early from that game because they thought
That's-
it was over and they wanted traffic.
That is so silly to me.
Yeah.
You pay all that money.
And then
Mhm.
boom, you're leaving
Cubs
early. That's
Cubs
crazy.
fans don't do that. We stay.
Yeah.
We're packed.
See, I got some. I could back up Robert here if you guys want to do Cubs sock stuff. I grew up on the South Side, man. So like
Oh, that
I got-
explains a lot.
Now, what kind of are you a football fan too?
I am.
Where
Not
you
an-
at?
I'm a Colts fan if I have to go to the NFL.
Okay.
Hey, Alec Pierce, you got a
God damn
stud,
it.
bro.
It's like, dude, thank God we agree on a fucking baseball team because he's just throwing bombs. First Iowa State, now Colts. Like,
It is.
back 'em time, I guess.
How have you been paying
Oh.
attention to Colts camp at all?
No, I'm fully dialed into Iowa State. I have season
Oh.
tickets.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Hey, when Cincinnati joins, if you want to come join my tailgate, you're more than welcome.
Hey, okay.
I'm fully in for that. I'll hold on. Let me see if I can flip my camera real quick.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
talking to I'm trying to convince one of my buddies to drive to Arkansas with me for that Arkansas game. It's only like 5 hours from, from St. Louis.
Oh, nice.
I'm full,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Saturdays
If you
are
got,
for
if
the
you
You get a
boys.
wanna
six
come- if you guys wanna
space.
Come down to Ames and come party at the farm. We're ready to have you.
How many acres do you have?
I don't live on an acreage.
Oh, so your boy in St. Louis with a farm is actually more of a farm owner than Iowa Sox Ryan. Look at that.
Well, like I said, I grew up on the south side, but I have plenty of friends with farms. If we need to go, hang
You
out.
got me there. I am the friend with the farm. And I see you've got excellent taste in hockey teams.
Yeah, I'm a Hawks fan.
I think all of us here are.
Yeah, yeah.
We're a fairly
All right, 4 of us, we all
Chicago
agree.
centric.
Yeah, we're all Chicago usually.
I'm from Springfield, so I'm 3 hours south. I'm right in between Rob and Blake.
Yeah, you are, baby.
I'm the cream
Oh, shit,
filling,
we're
baby.
recording. All
Getting
right,
blue,
Ryan. Well,
getting
I know it's late for you. Yeah, I know it's late for you, my friend. I really appreciate you jumping on the night, kind of telling us about your experience, kind of giving us the whole walk through everything. Let us know. I mean, if you're definitely interested in coming back and kind of going through a Cubs fan experience of it, just kind of see the other side of the ball. It'd be awesome. Otherwise, we'll definitely have you on when we get closer to college ball.
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank
Of
you,
course.
man.
Thank you, my friend. We appreciate it.
Yep, have a good night.
You too.
See you, brother. So
The crickets, they're gone.
yeah, I was like, dude, we are definitely talking to an Iowa boy because you can hear them babies pumping.
I
You
had
fucking
that.
know he was from Iowa. Dude, and Ryan, I love you. I had to go into group checks. I'm like, dude, what is that sound? Whose is it? Like at first
I
thought it
had
was me,
that planned. I had that joke in the chamber. Like, are you at the Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
well, hold on, because usually we park our cars like outside the garage, like when I do like my
Yeah.
thing, just because like I had my car in here. I'm like, there's a fucking cricket in my garage. I'm like, motherfucker. so then I stopped. Like you guys were talking. I'm like, so I did like the whole like looking around.
Oh, you
like,
thought it was you.
I did. So I was like trying to mute. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then I was like, a fucking cricket got in because we left the back door open. So I figured a cricket
you
got
do.
in. I'm like this and that. So I'm like, dude, it's not me, man. So I'm like, I started putting the group text and I was like, what's that noise?
I got all sorts of noises in my basement, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That was a
So,
good-
that was
good
that was really
talk.
cool.
Yeah, I'm
That was
Yeah.
jealous.
Really cool.
Definitely jealous.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
jealous. I'm very excited too, actually, to watch Thursday. I am.
Yeah, I
And
am
You know
too.
what? I was just talking to a buddy of mine that I work with, and we were just talking about the game. He's like, "You gonna watch it?" I said, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch it." He's like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
man, you're a Sox fan and watch it." I'm like, "A Sox fan or not? I could be a fucking
You're a baseball
Arizona
fan, though, dude.
Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Diamondbacks fan. I'm gonna watch it." I said, "Why? Because it's a Field of Dreams game. Like that. You know, I watch the Super Bowl. If my team's not in it, you're gonna watch the Super Bowl, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited, man.
I'm really disappointed though that you've not been there.
I haven't, and you know what?
I haven't
And-
either, and I'm
Dude,
three.
you have
I'm
to-
the
You could
closest.
day trip that.
Yes, and I want to.
Day trip that shit.
I want to. Yeah, that's my goal.
It's really cool just to kind of be there.
Well, see, what sucks is though they're making it so much like what I don't like. See, I don't like when they change stuff. Like I go there and like I want it like the movie. Like when you watch the movie, now they have like the old barn that was in the corner by the house. Like that's the whole like store
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
And it's like don't change things. Like I want historic, you know.
Yeah,
And they always
it'll be
add on, but I get it, it's for money and stuff, and I totally get it. Like Ryan was saying, like I didn't understand. Like I watched the game, but I didn't know how like fans got in the game. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't know you had to
that
walk through the cornfield.
that's
and stuff.
cool.
That's pretty cool. It's like they had an experience just to get it in the ballpark.
Yeah.
yeah,
uh,
I didn't realize that with the whole walking. The
if
only thing I can think is,
anybody
like,
in the
imagine
MLB is watching right now and they want to like give me tickets, shit, never mind, I can't go. I got
I'll
COVID.
go. Fuck Ryan, I'll go. Fuck
I'll go
Ryan.
too. So if someone wants to throw me tickets,
I'll
just
triple mask
We
up.
will.
throw me and Blake and just
Rob,
we'll
Rob
meet
and I
together.
will meet in Springfield, take Ryan's tickets, and go to the game.
Oh
We
no.
will.
So we got a question from chat here. It says, "What do you think gets better ratings on Thursday night, the Field of Dream game or Thursday Night Football?"
Field of
Thursday Night
Dreams.
Football is
Who's playing Thursday
Giants.
night football?
Giants Pats.
Nah, Field of
think it-
Dreams
I
game.
think It's Field of
It's going to
Dreams.
be Field of Dreams game. But that is a good question, but it's going to be Field of Dreams game.
It's
because,
not
like,
the
it's
first
Giants.
football game, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Agreed.
Hall of Fame game, that's
Can
the first
we comment
game.
on that?
I didn't watch it.
Why the fuck?
I don't ever
Why-
watch it.
so I
It's the
watched it.
sloppiest fucking
So, yeah,
football.
Blake, I
It-
got to say,
I
I didn't
watched-
watch it either. There was a rain
I
delay,
watched
and I was
it.
like,
It was
eh.
whatever. Yeah, I watched it because it was football. But why the fuck are we doing it a week before? Like,
That's
just
how it
do
always
it this
is.
Thursday.
That's
Like,
how it always is, though.
I know that. That doesn't mean it's fucking right. Like, play the game on Thursday and let's have the rest of the regular preseason games on Saturday, Sunday. We don't need this whole week fucking gap.
Yeah, it's
Because you
silly.
can still do the Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday.
hmm
So NFL, you have 4 days of NFL on fucking TV.
I think they should stop
But
doing
I
a
do
Hall of
think
Fame
he convinced
game.
me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a it's a shit
It's
show.
always a shit show
Yeah.
because it's a week early in the
Carlson was good.
preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, if okay, I get it. You want that game because you want it in Canton, you want it at that stadium, you want the game.
Well, then have
Right,
a
like, we're
game.
talking about
Have a
gimmicks.
game a year there, right?
But yes, have a game a year there. Like, we can send teams to fucking London, we can do it, or Germany, we can do it.
But
But
here's the
just
thing: is
Push
that
it back a fucking week and make it normal.
London,
Like, stop fucking
Germany,
around.
Mexico City, all of those stadiums that host football games host other stuff there too. Like they're playing at Wembley and all that other like there's shit there all the time. Whereas the
You're right.
Canton game, there's a really it's like almost a high school field. And
It
so
is.
it's not
Right,
up
so there's
to
no
the
reason you can't push it a week.
standards. Well, no, I don't think they should play there at all because it's not up to the standards because it's not
No.
kept up with like the other fields are, and that's that's why it's so sloppy. Nobody can get a good footing.
And Ryan, you
Yeah.
would think like as it being a Hall of Fame game, like you would keep up with the shit.
You would
know?
think.
Yeah.
I don't
it blows my
remember.
mind.
And
I
again,
didn't
it's
watch the game.
preseason.
Yeah.
It's preseason, so there's really no good preseason game because it's just fucking practice. But
Practice. We're
I
talking about
don't
practice.
remember talking about practice. But I don't remember ever watching a game that wasn't just sloppy garbage. if you want to respect and all that, the players that are getting enshrined into the Hall of Fame, don't make them start their weekend off with
Well,
clown car football.
that's a valid point. I mean, there was a comment. I don't remember what I was watching earlier. They were like, like you're gonna have those coaches like, are they keeping score? If they're keeping score, it fucking matters. It's important. I don't even know they were barely keeping score anymore. Like they're just like,
It's all about evaluation. That's it. That's what
You
it
know,
is.
my biggest gripe is the fucking week and a half gap. Like, why is there a week gap?
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I get it. If you're not changing it and you're not removing it from that stadium, put it tomorrow or on Thursday, the week of fucking preseason week 1. It's going to limit injuries to those teams, right? Because they're not playing a football game a week earlier. Like,
But you know what? It's bringing a lot of people in because you know what? I was so excited, and I was. I forgot what I think I wanted.
You have a cricket in your garage.
I was gonna say
can
you
hear
do. Yeah.
You do have a cricket in your garage, so you're not going crazy.
All right, we're
I was
50
like, I thought
minutes
Ryan
in.
hopped off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We got to talk about
do you wanna
football
talk about
stories.
Roquan?
Let's
Let's
talk
go back
about
to football.
first. I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. As a person who is an open marijuana user, I have also done shrooms. I would like to do DMT, ayahuasca, all of that stuff because I think that's a cool experience to expand your mind. I don't think kids should do it. I don't think you should do it if you're not in the right headspace. For me, I would like to do it. That being said,
I got a buddy that can get you DMT.
He fucking looked directly in the camera too.
I think
I do.
I'm looking right at the camera.
I
I think
know.
it is bullshit that the NFL is not suspending Aaron Rodgers.
You do got a point. You do.
They
got a point.
suspended Josh Gordon, who could have been one of the best football players of all time. The
weed.
dude was a monster. 70-something games. He has been 60, 70-something games. He has been, suspended because of fucking weed.
Yep.
And I think if you got to look at a lot of the players who have been suspended for long times over weed. Again, I don't like getting political, but you got to look at the
No.
color of their skin and the position they play. Aaron Rodgers is a white quarterback, well known, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Got to say it, he is. Not in the postseason, but
Austin's having a chubby right now.
He's
I
good.
know.
He's good.
But he openly admitted to doing a drug. It's not legal. I think that fence should swing both ways, or they should not suspend anybody for recreational drugs that aren't harmful to your
Agreed.
body.
I
That's
agree.
the main point. You let the
And-
dudes smoke weed. They already
Yeah.
do it. Every fucking one of them does it because it's good for pain.
Yeah, and I do feel bad for Josh Gordon. You're right, because that fucking guy got screwed out of so much money because he was so good, because they want to fucking suspend him. But then you have Aaron Rodgers, who fucking wants attention and comes out and says he does it, and yet the NFL is not.
Not
gonna
only
do
does he do it,
anything.
he attributes all of his success over the last 2 seasons because of it.
Yes, I'm saying
A
but he wanted the
performance
attention. He fucking
enhancer.
He came out and said, "This is what I do. This is what helps me." But you NFL are not going to do shit about it because you know I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm
Yeah.
the quarterback of the fucking Green Bay Packers, so you're not going to suspend me. That's
I'm-
bullshit. Because
I'm
a lot
pretty
of fucking
sure-
players,
Tom Brady could come out and say, like, yeah, I totally drink kids' bloods. Like, sometimes straight from the tap. That's why I look so
but-
young.
the NFL will be like, you know what? We'll sponsor you.
It's cool. You're good.
We'll sponsor you.
I think I think it's horseshit. I don't think
But
they
that's
should
an
ever
NFL
suspend.
problem.
You're
I
right.
know.
I mean,
I know.
It is
look
NFL
at Deshaun Watson, right? Like we're talking about the same shit. Well, I guess okay, I can't say that about Deshaun Watson.
It's
but
not
look
the
at-
same shit.
It's not definitely not. the
No,
same
no,
shit.
no, no, no. I'm saying.
But he should be suspended. The
I'm
whole
saying
year
for
anyways.
domestic violence, like for domestic violence stuff.
They've been all over
there's
the place.
Inconsistency. Correct. That's what I mean. When I said they're the same shit. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers tripping balls on DMT is not the same as Deshaun Watson wanting his asshole tickled and licked by massage therapists. I'm not saying that.
And we're
But
not
what I
also
am
saying that
saying
is a bad
common-
thing.
yeah.
If you like consensually getting your butthole tickled and licked
We're
consensually
not a-
with 2 consensual partners, doesn't matter gender
Call
or anything.
Ryan.
Call me, but also that's cool. But the fact that he's predatory, which is the word that Robert Goodell used today to
Goodell
describe
used,
him, predatory, you know, that's a different thing.
Like you know what's crazy? Hold on, Blake. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
being on Twitter because I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan, so I don't talk to anybody at Cleveland. So
I don't think
see,
anybody
people
is really.
I see people retweeting stuff, dude. It's crazy how many people are backing up Deshaun Watson, like Cleveland fans, because they want their quarterback and they think he's clear. It's like, dude,
They're
what
so
the
hungry.
fuck is going on, dude?
They're so hungry for something good with their football team, and they're putting morals aside, and it's disgusting.
Nothing makes me more happy seeing Baker Mayfield, and it's only been a couple weeks, but dude,
Yeah.
they're hot. Dude, holy shit, man! I'm happy for Carolina, actually.
Yeah, but have you seen some of the videos of him down there, dude? It's a shit
No.
show.
Is it?
It's fucking awful. It's so bad.
Yeah,
The
but
first
he is
day,
the
Sam
best
Darnold went
quarterback there.
11. I don't know. Sam Darnold is making him look bad.
No, it's not what I read
no,
today.
that's not
I
what
read that Baker's
okay,
come
well,
out
it-
ahead.
I heard.
It may
I
have
heard
changed.
Baker's.
It may have changed over the last couple of days. I've not been on. I've been
Yeah.
trying to focus more on work stuff during the day and not sports stuff during the day. But so it may have changed. But I know like the first day, Sam Darnold went like 11 for 11 with 100 and some yards and a touchdown, and Baker went like 0 for 7 with an interception. Like it wasn't even fucking close.
They could
Which-
have prime Tom
First
Brady
day,
on that team, and they would be garbage
I
because
get
Matt
it.
Rule is a garbage head coach.
He is.
He's a garbage NFL head coach.
NFL head coach.
Yeah, he is. He is a.
He was
yeah.
a fantastic. It's totally different.
I feel like we've touched on that before, but
We did. I can't wait to get into college football either because
Me too.
It's
Mhm.
getting closer and closer, and I'm getting more excited just to talk about college football. But I'll wait because I know we're on the NFL. But yeah, there's just some coaches that just can't fucking coach in the NFL.
Nick
college
Nick
football.
Saban. Nick Saban,
He's another one.
arguably the greatest college coach
So
of all
bad
time.
at Miami. Came back and then
Awful.
look at him. Look at him. He was
Yep.
just
It's different, and I saw it
Chip
when I was
Kelly.
so I coach. Yes, yeah.
I mean, I could say more, but your Matt Rule's another one. I mean, there's more.
I
Like
can't say
I
anymore.
heard Ohio State Ryan Days want to go. He can't. I don't think he'll be an NFL coach. I really don't. Brian Kelly, another one. Like there's just a lot of these.
I've heard. Yeah,
If Ryan
I'll
Day
tell
was
you,
going to
as-
go to any team as a head coach this year, it would have been the Bears because of
would've
the
been the
Justin
Bears.
Field. And
Yep.
from what I understood, is like he didn't even have a chance.
yeah.
They were just not. I don't think the Bears were interested in him. They were.
No.
There's
definitely
a good example in chat. Rick's favorite, Bill O'Brien. Phenomenal Penn State. Literally, arguably rebuilt that program, only to go to Houston and tear that bitch apart.
He demolished a team so fast and so pro for such a long time. Like it's still fascinating to me how much
It's awful.
he did with like 3 trades, just set that whole team back
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah. That fucking butt chin.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about. Let's get in because I'm
Let's-
already drinking.
Let's talk
fucking go.
about the
Rick's
Roquan
not here.
situation.
Keep in mind,
Oh.
it is 11:15.
Yeah, I know.
Boys.
We're good.
Roquan
tomorrow.
Smith,
Fuck it.
news came out today that he is requesting a trade. Lots of people freaked out this morning. I've always been pretty cool about it because it's a negotiating tactic through the media. Roquan doesn't have an agent. He's representing himself in talks. That being said, news came out afterwards, obviously leaked from the Bears, that paints the Roquan side of things in a little bit of a more not good
Selfish.
light. Not so much selfish because you got to think about when the next person in that position to sign that deal, he's pulling up everybody else. So Roquan wants money, so the next, they're helping people out.
Yeah.
That's how salaries raise.
Yep.
And that's a whole different discussion if you believe salaries are too high, whatever. Roquan Smith wanted $22 million reportedly. No. I have been a huge Roquan Smith fan from the draft.
Me too. Me too.
But no.
He's no
Roquan
Darius
Smith
Leonard.
is
I'll tell you
not
that.
Darius Leonard. He wants that Darius Leonard contract or a little higher. He's not him. Darius Leonard has 17
Agreed.
sacks in the last couple of years. Roquan has one. Or, sorry,
Yep.
forced fumbles. Leonard has 17 forced fumbles. Roquan has one.
He's not good on the ball. I'll tell you.
He's an off ball,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he's the one of, if not the best in the game right now, and I think that is deserved of something. But I think more along the lines of maybe 15, 16, 17's too high for me. That's what Darius Leonard got.
Yep.
I just think that
Darius Leonard's at 19,
is he at 19?
19.8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because that's what made me kind of take a step back, right? Like, as you hear it, and as I am the overreacting Bears fan, sending in the group chat a message that says, "What the fuck are we doing, Ryan?" And Ryan's like, "Chill, breathe, it'll be fine." The more I look at it, it's, Roquan came out and said they've not even made me an offer that's acceptable or whatever.
And to
his
be
words.
fair, they put a lot of de-escalators in that contract and backloaded it heavily. So it is not technically a fair deal. Now, the money would have been there if he had lasted the entire contract, but we all know NFL players don't go the whole contract. So
Correct.
he would have made all of that money potentially unguaranteed at the later stages of his contract. And he has these de-escalators that say, so currently an escalator
It's
in a
also
contract.
Shaquille Leonard. We're being checked by Keith, our fact
Thanks,
checker. It
Keith.
is
I've
Shaquille Leonard.
brain is no good.
I don't know who you are, but hi, Keith.
Keith
He's
is
our
great.
fact checker.
Let me do a quick aside
Keith.
here.
Was that the
Keith,
dude I met that one day? That was sitting in Blake's seat.
no,
one
that was
day?
John. He's in our fantasy
Oh,
league
yeah.
too.
That's it.
No,
That's it.
Keith is a great human. That's it. I'm going.
And the captain of our fantasy football league.
That's true. That is true. He's
Although
great.
He doesn't like the term captain, but he's a captain.
He's a great human, and also I'm going to the Packers home opener at Lambeau Field against the Bears with him.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I heard you're going to shotgun a beer.
I am not. But I am going to eat a sausage if we go tailgating. I'll grab a
Yeah,
sausage.
you will.
I love some, that like that.
So
Get a brat.
So back to Roquan.
Gotta get a
Roquan.
Polish.
So my thought process on it is that he's a
He's selling
year
himself.
he's a year too late on this. Like, Poles is not the same GM as Pace. He has made that evidently fucking clear through free agency, through the draft. He
Mhm.
has made the tough decision, and he has not come close to being the same general manager, and we're not even in the first fucking game. This is a tactic that would have worked with Pace in getting the fans riled up, getting the fans frustrated, and
Hold
it
on.
would have been almost a hostage takeover.
You're right. We were talking about the same person, but I forgot that he wants to go by Shaquille now. So,
Yeah, that's what I
but
said.
yeah, it's Shaquille Leonard, but it is also the same person we were talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, yes,
That's
but
right.
Keith,
I'm
Keith
sorry,
was
I-
fact checking on. Jeez, man. You don't have to fact check Keith. Keith got this shit.
No, I'm not.
So, I just, it seemed like a move that tried to bully Poles into making a deal, and I don't feel that Poles is that general manager. Like, he's truly looking long term. He's come out and said, unlike Jed fucking Hoyer, he has said, "Hey, we're gonna rebuild. This is what we're doing. We're rebuilding through the draft."
Mhm.
You put a gun to his head, he's not Pace. He's not gonna just agree to the terms that you want and overpay you.
Well, Pace didn't give a fuck anyways.
Well,
Okay, I'll sign you. Ryan Poles actually
But
does.
exactly. Do you see what I'm saying? I think
I get it. I get where you're coming from. I get it 100%.
And now the obviously if he re-signs with Chicago, the damage is repaired almost immediately. Bears fans aren't going to be upset. Ownership
Right.
will be fine. He'll be
Yeah.
fine because he got his fucking money. But I look at it and I'm like, oh, dude, what the fuck? Like, You say
So
you
did
want
I.
to be in Chicago, and you say you want to do this, you want to do that, but you also want to set a whole new fucking like you want to be the highest paid linebacker of all time. Of all time, not of
But,
this
Right.
season,
but you're
of
not gonna.
all
You
time.
don't deserve it though. That's
He
what I'm saying.
he doesn't, but I get what he's trying to do.
He
He
doesn't
did
deserve
because
that.
he's
Yes.
representing himself.
Well,
And-
not
and,
only
you know,
that,
I-
again, like he's a high tide. He's trying when they do these contracts, they try to lift all the other boats up too. So the next
but
guy that
Ryan-
comes up for a deal, he'll then be the next highest paid. But Roquan isn't that guy. Roquan isn't the guy that
agree.
deserves that money because again, like I think that he is the best, if not one of the top three best at what he does in the NFL. But he's off ball. He's going to tackle. He's going to get a couple of interceptions a year, maybe a sack or two. And that's what you get. And that's very important.
Well, and there's one other thing. You're forgetting he's under contract for a year.
Mhm.
And the Bears have the option of franchise tagging him not once but twice
Mhm.
for probably less than $22 million a year.
And he's got the option to sit out.
But the thing is, you're
No,
right.
not really. Not in the new CBA. I mean, yeah, you could sit out and never play in the NFL again.
Right.
As a linebacker, you take 3 years off, you're out of the league.
Right.
So yes, he could draw the line in the stand and say, "Okay, I'm not playing." Okay, that's fine.
There's
the door.
been
You're not playing for anybody.
There's been some reports that have come out lately, like today, obviously, that he could actually be like a Laramie Tunzel, Jalen Jalen Ramsey type, where he could bring back quite a good draft pick haul.
They should.
You know what I
Good.
mean? I could
Someone
see
pay
a
over.
world where somebody pays a first and
Okay. I think it was the Larry Tunson Tyreek Hill is what Rapp said.
yeah.
Ian Rappaport.
Jalen
So,
Ramsey,
in that case, yes.
Jalen Ramsey also got a first round pick too, back.
I can see polls saying, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna take this. Like, it's better for the Bears organization.
Well,
But
it
he's
is.
not just gonna
He's
gonna
right,
trade
though.
him for a 2 and a 6.
Well,
Let's
no,
be honest. Like,
no.
you're gonna have to bring a bag for Roquan.
See, here's the thing. Let's go back. Blake, you mentioned it before. Roquan Smith was a year too late, maybe 2, about coming out like this. He's represented himself. Is he worth his money that he's asking? No. But what sucks was Ryan Pace would have paid whatever Roquan Smith was asking. But the fact that we got a
He
new guy in who
couldn't, though.
knows how much you're worth of your talent, and Ryan Poles, he values your talent, and he knows you're not worth that much money that you're asking. He's basically saying, listen, this is what you deserve, and this is how much I know you should be making, but yet you want to represent yourself. Ryan Pace would have been like, well, yeah, where's the check? I'll sign it for you. And that's what he's trying to do.
I don't agree there because Pace was always good about not going over the cap, and they wouldn't have had the money this year.
Yeah, but we
To
had
go
a cap
over the cap.
situation wrong. That's what I don't get.
But
Then
but Pace was good about going over the cap and kicking the can down the street a little bit.
Yeah, but
you're right,
on an
100%.
extension, I don't think that would have even gone because you would have been asking him to take low money, and then you would have also still had to have gotten rid of Khalil Mack for this season. You know what I mean? Like he could have kicked the can down the road for 1 year if he signed last year, but it wouldn't have
Plain
been.
and simple, Ryan Pace fucked us. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, but I don't. I think for the Roquan situation, this is the time to do it because the Bears obviously have
They
the
suck.
cap space for next year, and he's a franchise type player. He's a guy. He's one of the next
Correct.
great linebackers that have come through Hallis Hall. But again, like, man, his
Listen, if you're gonna
his
get
value is
get a-
not that to the team.
Yes, but if you're gonna get
Unfortunately.
a king's ransom for him, and someone's gonna pay a king's ransom,
You
I'll
have
share
to
in a
think
heartbeat.
about it.
because this draft
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up is gonna be perfect for the Bears lining up for the future.
But here's my thing: Roquan's still gonna want that money.
He
The
is,
teams know that. So
but a team's gonna pay for it.
it's
One
1
team is
year.
Gonna say, hey,
Unless they can work out a deal and say, hey, we're gonna pay you 17 million, blah blah blah, and then they work out a deal with the Bears from there to get the trade moving. you
It's got to
know,
be an extension.
I just
isn't
don't
it,
think
right?
any team's going to pay him that. I don't think any
Yeah.
team's going to pay him, 20 million a year and make that trade with that capital. But
Yeah,
that
I
being
agree.
said, I don't know if it is a team. It's a late round first round pick or a late first
Yep.
round pick.
It's definitely going to be
He goes to a
team.
contender.
Yep, he's going to go to contender. It's going to be a late round first pick. So you're not looking in the top 10 anyways.
Right.
No.
So it's going to be protected anyways. That's the way I see it. So
I guess we'll find out the next couple days. So we got Field Dreams game on Thursday. We got the Roquan Smith drama going on this week.
We won't hear anything
NFL's
for a
back on
while.
Thursday.
Titans play Thursday versus the Ravens. I'm just watching.
Got Bears on Saturday.
We got Bears on Saturday. Yeah, football's coming back.
Yep.
Titans Thursday.
Bears
versus
starters are
Ravens.
playing too.
Yeah, they should
Really?
play. This is the most you're going to see them. They'll play like the first few series.
Usually it should be week 3,
Two,
right?
I think.
Or I guess week 2.
Yeah.
Because there's only like 2
Rodgers-
games or 3 games now.
Rogers came out with something today too that said that he doesn't feel the need to play in the preseason, but if the Green Bay Packers does play, if Rogers does play, then he really wants to play. He's just saying like, I don't see any benefit to coming out and playing one series. Like if you want me to be in the preseason and play a game, I'll do it, but I want a quarter. I want, whatever. And I agree. Yeah, it's pointless.
I can't disagree with them. Yeah.
Why would you send out the guy that's going to be the captain of your team for the season for 4 plays and a meaningless preseason game to potentially get injured? Because it's real tackling now.
Yep.
And I just switched before. I know we're gonna finish, but since Rick was not on, but I just want to say the Rockies had a 9-run third inning against the St. Louis Cardinals, end up winning 16-5 today.
Ha!
We thank you for it. We thank you for
Rocks.
your service.
Thank you. I like you,
thank you.
Colorado.
Just want to give you guys a update our score. So
All right, guys. So we will be back on Friday. Rick will be with us. He'll be announcing his team. We on the show know that he has eliminated a team. However, we've not released that. So
I don't even know yet.
It'll be an
You
exciting
should know.
episode.
He's tagged you in the video like 4
I
times.
still have not watched that video, but I will tell you, the video picture shows everything that I have to see. And
All right.
my
I guess 2 of
let's
us
get
on the
back to it.
show know. 2 of us on the show know that Rick has eliminated a team. However, that team owner has not realized it yet. So, but anyways, Rick will be announcing his team. His jersey has arrived. I think I have a inkling of who it is. We'll see. We'll see if we're right on. I think Ryan and I saw the same thing the other
Yep.
day in the group chat.
Yep.
He's
that
in
was
jail.
Was what?
He's in jail.
Oh, no, it wasn't a Marshawn Lynch jersey.
No. It
so
was
anyways-
a beautiful jersey.
It was a beautiful jersey, baby. So we'll talk about it later. Thanks for joining us, guys. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you check out our guest Ryan on Twitter at Iowa Sox. Give him a follow. Give us a follow, Ryan. We appreciate you for jumping on.
Yeah.
Ryan, I appreciate you. I know you're not feeling good, so thank you for
Yeah,
powering
thank you,
through.
Ryan.
Rob,
I'm still
thank
gonna
you for
hop
not
on and
getting
play
drunk at
Apex
night.
after this. So
You're my boy Blue.
you're my boy Blue.
So tonight's after show will be hosted on Ryan's Twitch stream at
Yeah.
RyanCap217. So
217.
come watch Ryan kill some little kids. He's going to shoot him in the face with his little squirter gun. As always,
Pew,
guys, we
pew,
appreciate
pew.
you so much. See you on Friday. Peace out, guys.
Yeah, Friday,
See ya.
guys.
Later.
Later.